Alrighty, so this is a video about an application I made. Basically the purpose of it was to split Beat Saber songs into individual sections to just for practicing purposes. So what really spurred this was this is a long time ago too, because this song's actually kind of easy now, not to toot my own horn, right? But I wanted to split Through the Fire and Flames into the Guitar Hero 3 sections. Um, I mean, I just wanted to practice the individual parts and get better at the song as well. And there wasn't anything out there. There wasn't anything in the game, obviously. And I decided to see how doable it was, and it turned out it wasn't actually that difficult initially. To actually make it more accessible for everyone else, that took a little bit more work, but it works. So, but yeah. So anyways, you have on this application your input path, output path, then your difficulty level, and then audio controls. And the audio controls are basically what you use to split it up into sections based on where it is in the song. Your input path is just the input path to the song, your custom song, or maybe, I mean, even one of the defaults. Defaults would work, I imagine. No reason they shouldn't. Your output path is, ideally it would be your custom songs folder in Beat Saber, but if you wanted to put them off to the side, I mean, you can choose whatever folder you want, really. It's up to you. It's going to work no matter what. In that sense, it's just saving the files there. Difficulty level, this will look at the folder and find all the available difficulties, and then you can choose which difficulties you want to split into sections. I just actually realized if you choose any, like, it's not going to tell you which difficulty it is when you make the section, so it's not going to be labeled like section 1 dash hard or dash expert. It's just going to be section 1. So that's something I could look forward look to do in the future. That would be pretty simple. Right, play, pause, reset. Obvious. I don't even have to explain those. Section name is just going to be what you want that particular section to be named. So, say it's Through the Fire and Flames, first section. They're hammer-ons. You got like So Far Away. I think it goes up to 3. What is it? Like Sam Solo. I don't know, shit like that, right? Then cut section would obviously cut the section at that point in the song. And yeah, this is your timestamp for the song. Now, the biggest limitation of this is that you can't use the slider right now and move around in the song, unfortunately. So, since the custom songs use the .ogg audio files, I don't know why. I imagine it's something like maybe they use less space. But Windows doesn't have anything to play those files or anything simple to use, so I had to use some third-party stuff. And for playing it, it worked great. For setting a specific time in the song that you want to start playing at, it did not work great. So what would happen is, say I chose 3 minutes, say 3 minutes is around here, the slider would be at 3 minutes, and it would be telling the third-party tool in milliseconds what, 3 minutes is where I want this to start. And when it would start, it would jump to like 3 minutes 30 seconds, and the further along you got in the song, the bigger the gap was. So I'm not really sure why the hell that's happening, because I have verified it dozens of times at this point. Like, it is sending over the right value, it's just not working for whatever reason. So it's annoying, because you have to go through the whole song if you want to cut something at the end, but, such is life. You got to go through the song once to cut the whole thing. For what it does, I'd say it's still worth it. Yeah, so I guess I'll just show it in action. So I'll go to my custom songs folder in Beat Saber. Beat Saber. Custom songs, and I'm going to choose a pretty popular song here in Take On Me. So when you hit OK, it's not only setting the input path, but it's also loading the .ogg file on the player. Now the player is still not enabled. It's not going to be enabled until you select the output path, difficulty level, and input path. I did that just because all three of these are absolutely required in order to actually create the sections. So there's no reason why we should allow cutting of the sections or anyone to move forward until those have been done. I keep saying like a fucking idiot. So our output path is going to be our custom songs folder, but you could really, again, choose whatever you want. But custom songs would make sense because then you wouldn't actually have to do any work after that by copying and pasting. So that's the custom songs folder. And also another thing that happens is when you select your input path, it loads the difficulty levels. In this case, Takeomi is only going to have expert. If it had multiple difficulty levels, it would load all the difficulty levels and let you choose. So now that I selected all three, I can play, and you're not allowed to cut a section unless you give it a section name either. And you're not allowed duplicates. So let's just start very loud. Okay, turn that down. Let's pause it. You don't have to pause it to cut the section. I can show that after, but name it section 1. Cut the section. Now section 2 would be enabled. Let's say we go back to section 1, disabled because we can't have duplicates. You can't really have any characters at all outside of numeric values. What do we got? Underscore. Anything else? No slashes. No caret. Just letters, numbers, and underscore. That's it. I wanted to keep it basic. I didn't really want to deal with fucking with invalid file names. Don't be an idiot. So let's keep playing it, and we'll do section 2, and we'll cut it mid-song. 15, section 3. A little longer. Cut. Talking away. Honestly, this one right here should have been talking away because it's going to be the whole thing. Today is another day. Anyways, alright, let's just pause it and let's create the sections. You don't have to complete the song to create the sections. So we'll create them. It'll clear everything out. This should probably clear out as well too, because the song's not available anymore to play. This should be disabled. I can do that pretty easily. Let's go to our custom songs folder. Yeah. And these will be a little longer than what it showed on the sections. It gives a little pre-buffer before it actually plays, just so you're not immediately jumping into the section. The notes won't be there for that, for the little buffer. It'll just be the music, just to kind of give you time to settle into the song. You'll see when I show in-game stuff as well. Yeah. And yep, that's the sections. That's the application. Now let's show the in-game stuff. I'm gonna have to restart Beat Saber. Hopefully this doesn't crash OBS. It did not. We will set our default audio to Vive. We will set our audio here to Vive audio, and our microphone to Vive audio. Okay. So we should use these first. Go down here. Oops. Very loud. You can see the notes are synced up just as where they were in the original song. That's where we cut it. Okay. Did short sections. I didn't even realize how short of them I made. But yeah, I mean, if that's what you want, you know, you can make short sections, and you make long sections, short sections. Okay. Just keep going. Talking away. Or B. And just for the purpose of completing it, and yeah, I'm gonna go back to my computer now. Right, so that is what it looks like in game. Kinda probably what you would have expected given what it's supposed to do. And that's pretty much it. That's how this thing works. It's how it cuts everything into sections. It's actually pretty simple, I'd say, to use. I did a good job, you know. Outside of the slider thing, you know, the slider thing is the only thing I really wish I could have gotten done, and maybe I'll still try at it, but it's honestly good enough for anyone that's going to be using this is doing songs hard enough to the point where they would like probably want or even need it, and they would probably deal with, you know, the lack of slider. That's my guess, and if not, then hey, so be it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If anyone would want me to go into like more depth about the code and the libraries I used and how I extracted the JSON files and all that, I mean, I'd be willing to, but that would be a longer video, and this is already pretty long. And I can't imagine too many people are going to be that interested in it, so that's why I just did the high-level overview of the actual application. So, yeah, thanks for watching.